Hello, everybody. My name is Professor S, also known as Professor Study, PhD in Academic Studies. Studying, by the English Dictionary, is known as devoting time and attention to acquiring knowledge on an academic subject. And as a college student, many people are confused on how to study productively and have a hard time in actually spending the right amount of time studying. So today, I will pass on information from me to you about how to study productively and give you tips on the do's and do nots. Hello, Professor S here again, PhD in Universal Studies. Our first learning objective will be identifying attitudes and habits for managing motivation, attention, and procrastination. What a lot of students will take into consideration is time management and how these connect with each other. Because by managing time, you are motivating yourself by paying attention to your work, thus minimizing procrastination and motivating yourself to stay on task. Hey Ben.
Do your work!
Fuck, you go on my keyboard. Hello, Professor S here again. Right now, I'm in one of the studying lounges at one of the resident halls at the university. And one of the key points that I wanted to point out was motivation. People tend not to think about it, but motivation is a very important key factor when studying, because if you're not motivated, you will not be able to complete your work at a 100% potential. Ooh. Here we see a student in his natural habitat. He appears to be setting his alarm clock. This, I believe, is called the wedging method. He sets an alarm clock for 20 minutes, and he studies as hard as he can for those 20 minutes. The inertia is enough to keep you motivated after the 20 minutes are over, so he's able to either stop or keep on going at full potential. Be sure to reward yourself after the time is up, so that way you can create a stimulation that's a reward system after studying, and that way you'll be able to be motivated every time you study.
I cannot wait to get those chocolate covered pretzels.
Hello, Professor S here again. And right now I'm entering one of the many classrooms at the University of Oregon. And right now we see Professor Wang teaching his Chinese 101 class.
Okay, today we'll learn two basic Chinese words. So this means thank you, thank you. Okay, can you say it?
Oh, here we see Ben. Ben appears to not paying attention at all. And he appears to be distracted by one of his electronic devices. This is very bad, since later when he tries to study for the class, he won't have notes that he could go back on to make clarification of what he learned that day. In this scenario, Ben is putting away his electronic devices for the duration of the class. He pulls out his notebook and pen and is ready to take full-on attention and notes in the class. By doing this, Ben fully pays attention in class, and he enables himself to know what's in future material and only takes notes of things that will be important in the future. Learning objective number 2 will be analyzing and evaluating text. Analyzing and evaluating text is essential because by evaluating and analyzing, you save a lot of time by breaking down key factors and study them later. I'm going to show you 3 methods on how you can do this. This is the first method, known as the simple T-chart. T-charts are actually a very good method since they help you break down the main idea into an organized fashion. This is method number 2, annotation. Annotation is a good way of studying because you are jotting down key points that you can go back to later and study. The third strategy is reading the first sentence of each paragraph. And by reading the first sentence of each paragraph, you get a general idea of what the text is going to be about. And later you can come back and reread that paragraph and already have a general idea of what the topic is about.
So Walmart blames unpaid overtime on individual department managers, insisting that such practices violate company policy. Sure.
As the final learning objective, I'm going to be talking about learning and memory. Learning and memory is essential in college because, especially since courses are so long and rigorous, many students have problems and get confused and how to efficiently remember and efficiently learn stuff. So I'm going to give you 3 important strategies and very useful strategies on how to improve. So the most common strategy is note card taking. So usually note card consists of writing the word in hand at the front, and then on the back side, writing the definition. And this is specifically helpful since you look at the word and then you try to memorize the definition, and whenever you guess the definition, you look at the back for confirmation or to verify. The second method is known as quizzing yourself or testing yourself. In this scenario, Ben is going to be asking Brandon questions about the topic. This is specifically helpful since it actually kind of puts you on the spot. So it helps you process things more, quickly. And this way, it's, your friend only has the answers and you can't cheat or look at the note card.
Alright, Brandon. A held item that gives a Pokemon a chance to move first in a battle.
That would be a quick claw.
Very good.
In this final step, here you see Ben summarizing what he has read about tomatoes, and he is right now summarizing why tomatoes are fruits instead of vegetables. And summarizing is a very important and essential when studying and learning, because you'd have to read the text to summarize something, and by summarizing it, you have to remember everything that you've read and put it in this more simple form. And this is why it's really important and a very good technique. Alright, so in all seriousness, these might not work for everybody, these strategies and stuff. I found these specifically helpful towards me while taking the TLC class. And I've applied these in my courses, and I have seen an improvement in my grades and my study time management and stuff like that. So please don't take these into consideration. Try them out. I would try out different techniques. Some people use different techniques from me, and some people work better with different stuff. And yeah, I'd specifically like to Mr. Summers, Professor Summers, for teaching us for the course. Your course was awesome. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of the prime actors right here. This is Ben, my classmate.
Well, I get extra credit, right?
This is Brandon.
Don't forget to share.
And this is my beautiful roommate. Alright, thank you so much for watching.
Bye.